Hey y'all, I'm Ali. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. So we made a recipe last year for fire cider. Fire cider? Fire cider. So it's like vinegar and it's got horseradish and turmeric, and it was a lot of ingredients that you guys kept telling me over and over, I can't find these ingredients. And so I wanted to give you guys an alternative. Best part is fire cider takes a while to make, and we're getting to the point now where colds are gonna be everywhere. Everybody's gonna be sharing their germs when they see their family at Christmas and whatever else. And so this one you can use now. So this one is good for colds and coughs. It loosens mucus, it helps congestion. I'm reading all this stuff. It boosts your immune system because you're using raw honey, but it's also great for inflammation. So if you're just like feeling crummy in your chest and stuff, this is spicy. I will give you that, but it's gonna break everything up. So this is not good for children, babies. Babies shouldn't have honey anyways. Spicy, you guys, this has got a kick to it. If you have issues with indigestion, sensitive stomach, or acid reflux, this is probably not the recipe for you because it has a lot going on. So this one for me, I have a condition called achalasia. It's basically I have some muscle issues in my throat, and so it sits. And so I have to be really careful when taking this. So I dilute it in tea. So I put a teaspoon in my tea, and it just really helps you feel not so crappy, like really. If you can stomach it, you can take this daily and just do a teaspoon every single day and just straight up go for it. But it's intense, you guys. So I'm gonna make a single batch today. I thought this one's great. If you're going to see somebody at Christmas time, this could be a good gift if you want like a natural cold and cough help. So the first thing you need is raw honey. I really, really suggest, one, you can get local honey. It's expensive. We have a great place around here, but it is not cheap. So we're using Azure's raw honey today. This is their berry wildflower honey. Hello. My husband's bringing more cedar trivets in, you guys. Okay, just one, but still, it's beautiful. So, hold on, let me pause this and I'll be right back. All right, I got my lid off, you guys. So what I was saying is you need raw honey for this recipe because of the benefits that you get from raw honey. So two things. One, we get ours from Azure because it is by far the best priced honey for raw. Like I was saying, we have a place close to us, but it's hard for me to justify using a full cup of honey for a recipe when it's like $26 a bottle. So you need 1 cup of honey. So this, like I was saying, is from Azure. This one's getting a little crystallized, but it won't matter. So with the honey, if you do really high heats, it will kill the honey. So like I was saying, I like to put this in tea, but don't do it too hot because it will kill the benefits of the honey. It'll still have great benefits from all the spices we're gonna be adding to it, but it will slightly, it kills it. Don't do it. All right, so I have our honey. So it's 1 cup. Then we have, this is an easy one because everything is a teaspoon, you guys. So, like I was saying, this is gonna have some heat to it. This is cayenne pepper. Yeah, so everybody will say like, oh, I don't like this, or I'm allergic to this, can I change this? You guys do it for what works best for you. If you are allergic to something, leave it out. If you have an alternative to it, put it in. So this is a teaspoon of cinnamon. So honey and cinnamon together, awesome. The cayenne is what's gonna help break up because of the high heat that we've got. Ginger, also super spicy, but again, it's gonna continue to like help break all that up. Ginger is also in fire cider. Boom. Because of the benefits that you get from it. We like to get our spices from Azure Standard. I feel like they have really good prices and they're really tasty. The next thing you need is turmeric. Really, I don't use turmeric for, I use it for medicinal stuff, not too many recipes. The reason I would buy it in bulk is because it's really awesome in bread and butter pickles and really good in cowboy candy? Candied jalapenos, you can't say cowboy candy because it's trademarked, but that. Okay, so a teaspoon of that. What was that? It was turmeric, ground turmeric. These are all dried ground spices. The ginger, we actually dried ginger and ground it ourselves, which you can totally do, but. And then black pepper. Normally I put a teaspoon. Sometimes I don't like how big and coarse it is, so I'll put a little bit less. So I'm gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of that. That's it, you guys. We're gonna stir her up. So this, as it sits a little bit, you can use it today. You could use it right now. As it sits, it's gonna change colors and do just slightly look different. Trying to put powder into honey is like ridiculous. I'm just saying. Do the best you can. So my honey is room temperature. We do not store our honey in, that's spicy. We do not store our honey in the fridge. We keep it in the cabinet. But this will thin out and kind of change consistency and color just slightly. But that's it, you guys. So, like I was saying, you can eat it straight up or dilute it in a little bit of honey. Dilute it in honey. Dilute it in warm water or make tea with it. So put a teaspoon in your tea. You can do up to 2 teaspoons of it, but it, like I said, it's potent, y'all. So I'm going to put this in a jar. This is not stored in your fridge. I store this at room temperature. I usually just leave it out next to my coffee station or next to like where I store my oregano oils and stuff, because if you have a holistic, like apothecary type situation going on, it's kind of like, you're like proud of yourself. So a lot of us leave it out. Shawn's like, I was just talking to a lady in our Etsy shop and I was telling her, yeah, I know I'm nuts. And she's like, but you're nuts in all the right ways. Anyways, I could have done a half pint, but they're at the back of the closet. I don't want to reach that far. I'm going to use my measuring spoon to scrape that off. I was going to use my finger, but I touched all my jars, so let's not do that. All right, like I was saying, to use this, you do 1 teaspoon into some warm water. You could do it with green tea. You could do it with a chamomile if it's bedtime. But it's just awesome to help break up all the congestion and gunk. What does it taste like? Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger just to walk you through it. Okay. I mean, it's delicious because of the honey. So it adds a like lovely, sweet honey kick. But the cayenne and the ginger are intense. So it's kind of like, do you remember ginger chews? Like gin-gins, I think is what they're called. They're like the little chewy ginger candies. That's what it tastes like. It's delicious. I dilute mine, like I was saying, just because I have an esophageal condition. But if you can handle it, you just take 1 teaspoon every morning to help fight stuff off. Or if you feel something coming on, if you wake up and your kids brought something home from school, you saw somebody at Christmas time and they passed it on, which is like notorious for it, go ahead and you can do it up to like 2-3 times a day would be my max that I would do it, but 1 to 2 teaspoons of it. It just helps you guys. Anyways, I'm making sure that I read through all my notes. Stir into water, don't heat your water up too much, don't give it to babies, don't give it to kids. It is spicy. I highly suggest you do not. Again, I am not a medical expert. This is just what we do at our house. If you have questions, ask your doctor, ask your, whoever it is you feel comfortable asking, ask them. So ask your kids' pediatricians or whatever. But I am not a doctor, so don't take my word for it. Anyways, I'm gonna go stick this over next to my coffee station. And as needed, you guys, here's to not getting sick this holiday season. How about we try that? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. The recipe will be below. And if you have any questions other than who can take it or what substitutes, let me know. Thanks, guys.